Anyone feeling a little tense? Anyone? Everyone, probably. Lots of tension in the body, especially today. So much going on. We've got anxiety and stress, and it all incorporates into the body and gets us tense and rigid and tight, and we lose our flexibility, and then that just creates more anxiety, which creates more tension. Let's empty that out today. Try to get a little looser, softer, all that good stuff, flexible and relaxed. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel yourself sitting on your chair or your floor or even your bed. Just take a nice deep breath. Feel connected to the earth. In through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can elongate your inhales and your exhales. Making sure the exhales are just as long as the inhales, if not longer. Into the diaphragm, into the belly. Take your time emptying out the lungs. You can close your eyes. You can just feel what it's like to breathe deeply, to be quiet and calm with yourself, being present, taking this important time for you. Start to scan the body, finding any pockets of tension, anything calling out to you. And just go with the one that's calling out the loudest. And breathe into it. Breathe in some space, some oxygen, nutrients, good energy, love, and let the tension go on the exhale. So just let it soften like butter left out on a counter that begins to soften and melt. Let it go. Leave the body, float off into thin air. And when that's taken care of, go to the next place of tension and inhale into that pocket. Exhale it out, let it go. Keep going like this for a few breaths until you've done a nice full body scan, and use the breath to clear out those tension pockets wherever they may be. And sometimes you will and sometimes you won't be able to relax an area that's tense, but it's really a huge part of the battle just by recognizing it. Often we don't even know. So just bringing your awareness to your body and recognizing the tension in your body, that's a huge part. The releasing it might take a few days, a few weeks, even maybe a few months, but you keep at it. You keep sending that breath, and you keep trying to release your muscles, and what happens, happens. No judgment there. You'll get there. Sometimes it takes time. And some self-massage doesn't hurt either. So go ahead and put your fingers on your scalp and just start doing a nice scalp massage. Oh, our scalps get so tense and we get headaches. If you do get tension headaches, check out my self-massage for tension headaches. It's a goodie. And I'm just moving all that fascia in circles. I'm just going like this on the cranium. And you can see that I'm moving all the tissue. You can see my face move. It's kind of creepy, right? So that just means you're really picking up the tissue and moving it. You're not just rubbing over it. And that is what feels so amazing and gets the tension out of the head. Relaxes the brain on overdrive. Always feels so good. Now make sure you're relaxing your shoulders and arms while you're doing this. The caveat of self-massage is relaxing the part that's working. You can go all the way back to the base of the skull. A lot of tension back there, sometimes some very tender points. If you find a tender point anywhere on the scalp, you can just stop, apply the pressure, and breathe. It shouldn't be painful. You just want enough pressure so that it feels like it's enough to make a good release. It should feel good. Breathing in. It could feel a little tender, slightly uncomfortable, but no pain. Breathe out the tension. And continue exploring. Get the top, the sides. Keep that breath flowing. When you've covered the whole scalp, come on over to those temples. Again, so good for those headaches and also for jaw tension, jaw pain, tension, clenching, grinding. Oh, so many of us do it. It's just natural these days. Let's let it go. We don't need it. It's not serving us. Big circles, little circles, whatever you want. I'm working my way up and down the temples, wherever it feels good. Get that third eye point right between the eyebrows and just press that nice acupressure point and breathe. Allow it to release your whole head, perhaps even other areas of the body. Sometimes this can just melt you down to your feet even. So just hold that pressure. If you want, you can do little circles. I like to just hold the static pressure and breathe and feel. So good. One more breath here. Moving along to the temporomandibular joint, TMJ. Go nice and easy. It's in front of the ears here, and if you're not sure if you're on it, bite down and you'll feel it pop out. You'll feel that joint. And just make some nice circles. So here I'm using a flat hand rather than fingers because it's a more delicate area. So I'm giving it a wider surface, more diffuse surface to massage. Just nice big circles. And let's release the jaw again with that big masseter muscle that always clenches our teeth up. Go ahead and just rest your palms right under your cheekbones, and then just like gravity, relax your arms down. And you'll just do a myofascial release all the way down, relaxing your jaw. Like gravity, move your hands down. It'll be slow, but so good. Let that jaw just hang on a hinge. When your palms get to the bottom, you can start doing the whole hand. Just keep going, why not? All the way down to the chin. Hopefully your jaw is feeling nice and loose from that. So effective. I'm going to take 4 fingers on each hand like this. we're going behind the neck onto the spine and then pulling out laterally to the side. So like we want to widen the back of the neck, right? Start right under the base of the skull, that big bump where the neck meets the skull. Get those fingers right on the spine, those spinous processes that stick out, and then pulling the tissue out to the sides. Not pulling too hard. Remember, letting the tissue melt and help your fingers travel along all the way out to the side. Might be pretty tender. Breathe in, let it go. You can always stop and just give a spot a little extra love. And when you've come out all the way to the sides, move down a couple centimeters to the next segment. Got my 4 fingers a little bit lower on the spine, and I'm moving out laterally. And what you can do as well is at the same time dropping your chin towards your chest. And now we have a vertical opening as well as horizontal. If that's too much, just keep your head up and do it still. This is going to give it a little extra stretch. Well, or maybe a lot extra stretch. And moving down to the next segment. Deep breath in. Exhale, begin to draw the tissue out, spreading behind the neck. And if you want, add the flexion. Now, be sure that you have your spine up tall. This is not hunching over. This is a tall spine and only flexing the neck forward. Just the head is looking down. And let's do one more. Move it down towards the bottom of the cervical spine. Inhale. Exhale, bring that tissue out to the side. And if you want, if it feels good, go ahead and stretch the neck. Coming up slowly. Fantastic. That should feel nice and open. Long, tall neck. And of course, we've got to get those shoulders so tense all the time, right? So let's get that upper traps. Get your fingers kind of like this, like a beak. Grab the upper trapezius muscle. You can raise up the shoulder to get a good grasp on it, and then slowly lower, relax the shoulder down. And then you can do little circle massages on the area. Probably quite tender, so take it slow and easy. You can just hold it if you'd rather. And if you'd like a bit of a myofascial stretch, you can start to bring the opposite ear towards the shoulder. That feels good. I'm gonna do that. And then slowly up. Find another place. You can sort of feel all along that area, closer to the neck, closer to the shoulder. Find a good spot that feels like it needs some work. You can raise up the shoulder to get a grasp. Hold that grip as you lower the shoulder down. And again, you can just hold. You can massage in circles. Keep that working shoulder relaxed. Make sure that arm is relaxed, nice and heavy. And if you like, you can do some lateral flexion. That just means bending to the side. Again, the rest of the spine is nice and tall. And slowly come on up. Give the whole thing a nice big squeeze from the neck. We all need work here. Down towards the shoulder. Let's get those deltoids. Just squeeze and pull. Moving on down the biceps. Working all day, every day. Get those forearms that type and text and swipe and click. And let's give that hand a massage. So I'm just taking a thumb and making little circles in the palm. Getting that tension out of the hand that works all day and just acquires tension throughout. Do a stripping motion up. So I'm starting at the wrist crease, moving up towards the fingers. So first the pinky finger, and then the ring finger, right up the metacarpals. And the thumb, and then a little bit more on the thumb there. That big thumb pad, that's our texting thumb. Let's do some circles there. You can do them with 4 fingers here, or you can do them with your thumb, either way. And when that's had enough, you can go ahead and massage, twist, and traction the fingers. Get space in those joints. Massage, twist, traction, pull. Maybe you'll get some knuckle cracking here, that's okay. Let it drop. And now close your eyes and feel the difference between the side that you just worked and the side that we have not done yet. Notice how uneven it might feel. I feel like the side I worked is about a foot lower than the side I haven't. It's tingly, it's relaxed, it's heavy. Oh my goodness, so let's do the other side. So we're gonna take our little duck hand here, find a good spot on that upper trapezius, that top of the shoulder. You can hold it. Remember, you can get a good grip if you raise the shoulder, grasp it, slowly lower it down, and just hold, or you can do your circles, or you can add that active movement with the side flexion, ear towards the shoulder. You'll probably find that one side is more sore than another, more tender, more tight. Totally normal. We are not perfectly even. And find another spot, closer to the neck, closer to the shoulder, wherever. Find where it's tender, where it needs some extra attention. Grasp it, you can raise your shoulder, relax it, and massage it. And I'm going to do my stretch, which you only do if it's not too much. And when you're ready, slowly come up and let's grasp that whole thing. Big, grasping it in your fist, and just massage with squeezes, squeezes, squeezes. Give yourself a hug. Let all that tension go. Make sure that working arm is still relaxed and that shoulder is down. Grab those deltoids. Those biceps. You can squeeze or you can squeeze and pull. I started to do this squeeze and pull area there. It's a petrissage, a massage movement, like kneading, is sort of pulling the tissue off the bone, which actually sounds kind of gross, doesn't it? Never mind, don't think about that, just massage. Forearm. And get that hand, massage the palm, circles with the thumb, the bases of the fingers, the thumb side, the pinky side, get it all. And then we'll do our muscle stripping from the wrist crease up and moving out, one finger at a time. And of course, we'll stop at the thumb and do a nice massage there. That big thumb pad. And we have our twisting, massaging, and traction. Pull it out. Next finger, just go one at a time. Warm them, twist, pull, traction. Open up those joints. And when you're done, just rest your arms at your sides, roll your shoulders, shake out your hands, shake out your arms, make sure they're loosey-goosey. And we're going to the low back, where so many of us have tension. So you'll find your lumbar spine, it begins underneath the rib cage, so you might feel where your ribs end. And if you're not precise, do not worry about it. The goal is that it feels good. If it feels good, keep going. So we're gonna get those spinal muscles on either side. You can do circles with your thumbs like I am, or you can massage with your fingers if it's too much on your thumbs. So I'm moving up and down the lumbar spine, finding where it feels good. You might feel some big ropey muscles there. And you can continue and take it down to your sacrum, that big flat bone at the very base of your spine. That's always pretty tender on me. Maybe you too. Again, if you find a tender point, apply that pressure, wait and breathe. Relax the rest of your body, relax your shoulders down. And then continue to explore. If you want, you can even come out on your hips, either along the top of the pelvis, the iliac crest there, or a little below. I've got something going on the left there, so I'm gonna hold that. And continue on the way. You can take it all the way out to the sides. Up, down, in, out, you decide. This is a creative massage. So when you're all done with that, let's get those calves. Calves get really tight, right? I think a lot of us clench our toes, or if we have ill-fitting footwear, our calves get really tight, and so do our feet. We get plantar fasciitis sometimes, and just a lot of pulling. So have one calf out in front. You can sit on a chair and put your foot up on another chair or an ottoman, and then just lean in and squeeze. I'm leaning in with my body weight, just sort of cupping the calf that way. Just compressions all the way down to the Achilles tendon. Go on either side of the Achilles tendon. You don't want to be right on it to compress, because that doesn't feel so good. You can do a compress and spread motion. So if you bring your palms out to the sides, compress and spread. All the way down. And then we can even pick up the tissue and kind of move it around. Just let it be flappy, it's okay. Muscles are supposed to move like that when they're relaxed. We don't always have to be so hard all the time, so muscular. Let it go. So I'm just squeezing, squeeze and pull, or you can make circles. Be creative. Find what feels good. And when your calf feels nice and loose, come on over to your foot and start making little circles with your thumbs. Massage that plantar fascia. I'm starting at the heel and going towards the base of the toes, but you do what you want. Doesn't really matter. You can even move the joints a little bit. You can use whole hand pressure like this. It's really nice and grounding. You just want to lean in with your weight and do a nice release all the way from the heel to the toes. This is so nice. Very grounding and centering. You could also use a soft fist if you want. That'll get you a deeper pressure. You could also spread the fascia like we did with the calf. I'm gonna do this one more time because it's good. And give the toes a pull. Do a little ankle circle. Well, that side's nice. Let's do side two. So you'll get your calf available to you and lean in. Lean in with your body weight. You don't want to exhaust your shoulders and arms and hands. Use your body weight for this. Either side of the Achilles, remember you don't want to go right on it. Do your spread, squeeze and spread. And my favorite, just grab all that great tissue and give it a good massage. Squeezes, you can squeeze it away from the bone. You can wiggle it, you can do some circles. You can use one hand, you can use two hands. You can use three hands. If somebody's with you, I guess. So nice. Squeeze. Get that Achilles. Nice brush off. And let's go for that plantar fascia. So you can start at the heel and work your way up, or go the other way. I just find this easier because you can lean in that direction. You can move around the joints at the bases of the toes here. Free up some space. You can do your good full hand lean in, but make sure you're leaning and not pushing with your hand. You're just leaning and letting gravity take you all the way from your heel to your toes. And nice, you can give that medial arch some extra attention too. Those always get so tight. The insides of our feet, especially if you have flat feet or really high arches. Either way, you tend to get a lot of tightness in this medial arch. And maybe one more release. And grab those toes and pull. My toes are always cold, so this feels nice because I get to warm them up. triangle circles. And just come back to me here. Let your legs drop, let your arms drop. Let your spine be loose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out anything left. And I hope you're feeling more relaxed, more mobile, flexible, flowy, easygoing. I hope we've reduced any stress, any anxiety, and that you're just feeling great in your body. And you could do this anytime, or you could pick your favorite ones to do, or pick your spots of tension and just work those out, even in the middle of your day. So if you like this video, if this helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot of stuff and a lot more coming. And comment below, let me know where you feel your tension and how this worked for you and any other part of your story. I can't wait to see you again.